Hey, thanks for checking out the Earned Advantage. Last week, I answered some common questions about buying a home, and today I'm going to answer some more questions about the home purchase process. Okay, this is a pretty common question in the market that we're in right now. Do I need to sell my home in order to buy a new one? That question is actually not easily answered because it's going to depend on your specific situation. Some people may be able to qualify to buy a new home without selling their current property. Some people absolutely have to sell their home before they can buy. The best thing that you can do is to talk to your lender to see exactly what your equity position in your home is and see what options are available to you. Sometimes it is a better option to go ahead and purchase a new home and move out before you sell your home, and sometimes it's not. Every situation is a little bit different, so figuring out what works best for you is obviously the best position to be in before you even start looking at homes or figuring out exactly what needs to be done. Another common question is, how many homes should I view? That's completely 100% up to you. Statistically, people tend to look at about 10 to 12 homes, but the truth of the matter is we are in a limited inventory market, and we have been for some time, and I work with some people who only look at 1, 2, or even 3 homes. The truth of the matter is, you're the one who decides which home is the right one for you. And if you walk through the front door of the first home that you see and you fall in love, buy that house. Nobody's gonna tell you that you have anything wrong with you for doing that. Another big question is, when you're ready to make an offer, what is earnest money? It's a thing that comes up on almost every purchase agreement. The truth is you don't have to put earnest money down, but most sellers are gonna require some kind of good faith deposit, and that's what earnest money is. It's a deposit of money that you're putting down that shows that you have interest in the home and you're not just making an offer and you have some penalty kind of put in place if you just walk away for no reason. Making sure you have that earnest money deposit in place is what shows your tenacity to make sure you're gonna do everything you can to purchase that home. The good news is once you get through all the negotiations and inspections and everything else, that money's gonna be applied towards your down payment and you're gonna get credit for that money when you go to close on the house. Another common question is, how long can the seller take to respond to my offer? And this is actually a pretty commonly misunderstood part of the purchase agreement. A lot of people think that when they put a deadline on their offer, which is a part of every contract that is sent, that the seller has to respond within that time frame. The truth is that that clause is put into place to protect you as a buyer so that if the seller doesn't respond within that time frame, you are protected and you can walk away from that transaction without any penalty. Typically, I ask my buyers to give the seller about 24 hours or so as far as a response period, so you're not trying to hold their feet to the fire, but ultimately you need to be aware of the fact that the seller can take as little time or as much time as they want to respond to you. Typically, they're gonna try to get back to you within those deadlines, but if it's a hot property and there's a lot of people who are coming to take a look, they may not necessarily go within the time frame that you give them. The next question is, what do I do if my offer is rejected? Well, it depends on a couple different scenarios. If you're in a multiple offer situation and your offer is rejected because another offer was accepted, you can always request to be held as a backup offer in case there's any kind of situation where that other deal falls through. If there is no other offer on the table and your offer gets rejected, you can always come back with another offer at a higher price to see if the seller's willing to negotiate, or you can just walk away and go find another property. The truth is once your offer is rejected, there is nothing tying you to that house or anything else, or stating that you can't make another offer on the same home. Another question that I get all the time is, should I have a home inspection? This one's easy to answer. Yes, I highly recommend, no matter what, getting a home inspection if you're buying a home. Even if you're an investor who's pretty adept at buying properties over and over again, it's a good idea to have kind of a contractor or someone that you know and trust come and look the home over if at all possible. I reserve the right to have the property inspected for all my buyers because even if you decide down the road that an inspection isn't right for you, making sure we have that right to get it taken care of is something that I want to make sure that is put in place. The best thing is going to be having someone to go through the house, get on the roof, in the attic, check out the plumbing, the wiring, the HVAC. You want to know that the property you're buying is going to work properly, or you want to know the things that need to be repaired, and you can either negotiate or know what you're getting into before you close on the home. The final question that I get all the time is, do I need to do a final walkthrough? I highly recommend doing a final walkthrough as well, but they're not required. The truth is, it's your final opportunity to go into the property to A, make sure that no damage has taken place, nothing has changed at the home, or just to get one final look at everything before you close, and B, if there have been any repairs that you've negotiated, this is your time to make sure that they've been taken care of to your satisfaction. Again, final walkthroughs are not required, but it's always a good idea, so if you can, make time to get it done. As always, there's a link in the description on this video to the article where I found these questions with some additional answers. You can make sure and check that out. And as always, be sure to like this video and share it with your friends who are thinking about making a home purchase.